Hello everyone, welcome back to Studio 44. Phil Sherman here with video 2 of a Stadium Extravaganza trilogy here in May of 2025. I'm not going to babble about anything, just get right to showing you some good stadiums. Okay, we're leading things off with a glitched stadium. A good friend of the show created this ballpark and sent it to me, and he even says right in his notes his second build of 2025 had major issues with this build. Once he got to 90%, it kept auto quitting on him, which is what's happened to me twice when I try to bring up the properties like I always do to start a stadium. It got so frustrating that I bailed on it. I think it turned out good enough. I hope it doesn't glitch out for you. You're the best, Phil. Keep up the fan-frickin-tastic work. That good friend of the channel is the person who brought Studio 44 to the West Coast. Not once, not twice, but now a third time. Our good buddy Mark Stevens, that's right. He took a picture and sent it to me. He is wearing, there it is, the Studio 44 shirt in the Sacramento Park that the A's are now playing in for the next 3 seasons. Watching the Yankees play there right now, and to think that the Studio 44 shirt made it all the way over there, just it makes me so happy. My goal is to get one in every major league park. I plan on wearing one to one of the games in Toronto come July. I'm gonna have a Studio 44 shirt on. I'll have my wife take a picture for me, but I'm gonna try to get through the stadium, not bring up the property, so I don't know the results. I'm sorry, the altitude and all that stuff. But it's Rickey Henderson Field by our good buddy Mark Stevens, or Obituary Turtle. And as always, he has put together a beautiful stadium. Taking a look at right field, we have a covered area where fans are watching the game through the windows, the separated windows in the home run fence. He added some nice trimming to this green, which I think looks fantastic. Oh, he put the ice up here. Okay, right? That's ice. I'm scared to do anything. Well, frosted grass. Close enough to ice, right? But yeah, this looks great as a little makeshift luxury seating section. Just to give it a little different look. You know, you get tired of the same window, so it's nice to pull those in there. Another little section right up here. Fantastic little standing room area corner over here. And then there is a bunch of monuments or statues. Oh, he's got them in front of the circles. That looks good. Mark Stevens is fantastic. I can't believe he held out this long on us. Got a nice little waterfall scene in center field with the scoreboard kind of acting as a barrier or a wall to the outside of the stadium. I don't know how to describe it. But it looks great right out into the water. How's my volume? No one likes to hear that. Click, 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 click. Too bad anyway, right? Left field, you have a couple layer of seats. 3 to be exact. There's the stacked bullpens looking really good. More custom luxury seating. Fantastic work. Mark Stevens, or Obituary Turtle. Mark Stevens, plenty of the premieres and live streams. Super good dude. Has nothing but great things to say about all the creators who show their stadiums here in Studio 44. Perfect scoreboard surrounded by the lights. That looks really cool. I'm wondering if this is one of the things he didn't get to finish. But it looks good because you can put the steps up there to get you to this next part. Yeah, if you put that there, then the steps don't work. Unless you made them higher. But yeah, I shouldn't mess with the man's work. He's built this just fine without my help. Back it up and turn that light switch. While the light's turning on, I'm going to throw a stamp at it. I keep saying throw a stamp at it. I'm punching a stamp, right? You got the 3 little tower peak things outside of the stadium. Wow, spent some time facing off the front of the stadium as well. Parking garage and the one office building. Excellent. I hope you get your Oakland team back, man. My heart's so broken for you. Freaking greedy owners. Tampa, it's looking more and more like Tampa's going to lose their team, too. Going to go to Orlando. Which is probably good for baseball, but bad for Tampa fans. Looks great as always, Mark. Always love your work. Great stadium to get us off and running for video 2 of 3. Another first of 2025 from a Studio 44 regular. We have Toyota Stadium from our good buddy Scotty Warren. This is in Japan, Tokyo, Japan. Has an altitude of 1,130 feet. It'll be ready for us in 2035. He said that he finished the stadium starting. He said that he started in center field with the stadium and just trying to use all the props that lit up at night. Wanted to give it a futuristic feel, although Tokyo is already a pretty futuristic looking city. He says this year, instead of a dog, he's going to try to hide a horse in every build. This one, I'm not going to say it. I've got a couple more ideas brewing, including a retractable roof stadium that he just started. If all goes well, he'll have that for us soon. All right, well, let's take a look at center field, since that's where he started. He's got futuristic. Okay, yeah, he's got the back of the field level seating, because that'll light up. Okay. And then he's got the barriers, picnic tables, the big Tokyo billboards, futuristic concessions and kiosks and tables, and more standing room only fans. We've got some retired numbers: 3, 9, 11, 13, 21, 33, 42, 44. Right field. Now, how is he? Is he just flipping the lights around? Looks like it. 325 down the right field line. Plaza luxury faced off with some concrete. 400 feet in dead center field. He said there was a hit it here. Okay, right here. This is 475 feet away, he said. That's a poke. 405 in left field. Oh, look at this great little wall in here with the anomaly windows, because you can't put windows next to each other. That's such a good look. I've started doing that a little bit more because you guys have made them look so good. So I've been stealing your ideas. Borrowing them. I'm borrowing them. I always say stealing. I'm borrowing them. One deck curls all the way around. Whoa. Funky building behind home plate with the balconies. People chilling out there. Intentional talk. Top deck. It all looks great. Anything Scotty Warren puts together turns out beautifully. Got the cherry blossom trees in the little park or courtyard at the entrance, faced off with the modem. For those of you new to the channel, I always thought this building looked like a giant modem. Let's see the whole stadium with the lights on. Excellent. Again, you got to get in there because the futuristic roofs kind of dim the look. But yeah, he built around this batter's eye nicely. All the Tokyo buildings, and then he's got the tower sticking up with the big antenna. All the little seating indicators are all lit up. That looks great. Futuristic buildings in the background are lighting up. Old school buildings in the background are lighting up. Fantastic. Signs on the light towers. Fantastic. There's your stamp, Scotty. And for those of you watching, another fantastic stadium for you to check out on your own if you need a stadium for a Tokyo team. Look at that right there. That could be a thumbnail. Black Pearl 93451 is back in Studio 44. Of course, this stadium, though, comes through as Stephen Villa. If you search Black Pearl or the name of the stadium, one of those dad bod, Jace Chiff type situations. Comanche Park in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, has an altitude of 1,299 feet, built in 2024. Starting out in right field, brick standing room only, counter style seating. It looks like a wagon out on the waterfall, looking cool. Buck Wild bleachers. All right. Then you got Bronco Nation up here with some plaza and some luxury and the big scoreboard on top. Fantastic. Out in center field, you have San Francisco's batter's eye with the pond behind that. I like the walkway taking you from right center field to left center field. And then you have the Comanche Park Casino. Comanche? Excellent custom building out here with two or three of those put together. Looks like three. Then you got a nice little deck. Tall building here a tall wall out here in left field with bleachers underneath and redded out windows. Looks great. Restaurant on top, a pool behind the restaurant. Yep. You got the dinosaur exhibit building out here. Is that what it is? Oh, no, it's a hotel. I'm sorry. Oh, boy. Fountain, wiffle ball fields, a stage. Fun stuff going on out here from Black Pearl or Stephen Villa. Swinging around, getting to that spot where we can flip that light switch. Very quirky dimensions. Lit up. The stadium looks fantastic. Very nice indeed. Great work. Black Pearl 93451 or Stephen Villa. I think there's numbers in the Stephen Villa. I don't remember them off the top of my head. I'll put them up in post. Thank you, sir. We head to New York City from Oklahoma. We have Legends Plaza Field. The city is located in New York City. Has an altitude of 5,279 feet. Built in 2008. Comes to us from Top Tier Don, who we've seen in Studio 44 from time to time. Looking at right field, I like this deck up here with the little racetrack barrier. Fun. Gives a nice color up there. And he uses it for every little nook and cranny. I love it. The nice little rounded decks. Super cool looking. And, of course, you got the bottom deck where there are some tables taking you right up to the home run fence. You got the Hit It Here Cafe. Plaza level seating with restaurant style on top. And then the standing room on top of that. Nice little plaza level deck that curls all the way around. In left field, I like this little section as well. See, for those of you in the last video who were looking for tips, this is the stuff that I really enjoy. You're not just going to hit home runs. Well, it depends on how... that's pretty deep. But I'm not a big fan of just one layer of seats in the outfield. If you have a second deck, that gives you a kind of target to aim for is like a really far hit ball. I think it makes the stadium a little bit more interesting. Now, in this case, it's going to be hard to hit one up there with it being 4 whatever in the gap here. But at the same time, it is max altitude, so who knows. I like this, too, hiding the luxury area of those plaza level seats to give you that little level that jolts out there above the standing room only area. And again, now you're going to be hitting balls into that deck, and you're going to be hitting balls into this seating section and on top up here. Maybe even to the wiffle ball field decks. Very fun. Top Tier Don. Standard around and behind, but I love this. I like the escalator taking you up to this top level. Beautiful city in the background. Fantastic. Hall of Fame circle out there with some trees and the tile. Excellent. Turning on that light switch. Looks great lit up. This is a template, right? I recognize this as a template. It's a deeper one. I remember. It's like really deep and left, like 370, right? And then a little bit shallower. Let's see. Oh, 375. And then 400 in center field, which is pretty standard. And then 345. That's still not close. Usually you're looking at like 330 down the line. I like the layered seating right here. Yeah, Don. I love it. Very realistic, very clean. Lots of different targets, lots of different layers. Excellent. Didn't even pay attention to some of the stuff going on down here. Picnic tables and kiosks. More concessions taking you out into the street. The steakhouse turned into a building across the street. I love it. Yeah, man. Did he leave notes? He did not. Top Deer and Don. Enjoy that stamp, sir, because I certainly enjoyed the stadium. Thank you very much. Panama City, Panama hosts our next stadium. This is the Resort. Has an altitude of 2,500 feet. Built in 2021. Comes to us from Mr. Sandman Dan. I think we all are familiar with his work by now, or at least that name. Look at all this water out here. Fantastic. The waterfall and the deck. Hit it here and win a canoe. We can win a canoe. The resort. Is something going to take over the canoe? I'm so scared. Something with all the glitches. Look at all this. Wow. You pull up the camera and you see all this other stuff going on. This big deck that has multiple parts and rounding and bridges and waterfalls and holy hell. Very fun, Dan. And then look at all this in the background. You guys have been killing it this year. Despite all the problems that this tool is having. Now look, fellas, again, going back to those tips I was talking about. Now he has just that one little row of field level seating right here in left field. But he also complements it with all this stuff jolting out. And there's different layers. And over in right field, you got the waterfalls and all this other stuff going on. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about thinking outside of the box a little bit. Get a little unique. Try to, you know, because when you have just this that like goes all the way around except for a batter's eye in the middle, it just looks very Cleveland Municipal or Milwaukee County Stadium, all those guys. What's going on over here? Buildings, bridges. Folks are standing out here checking things out. You got the tram system up. In Panama. Turn on them lights again. I want to win a canoe, damn it. I got to make my guys. Did I stamp it yet? There's another one if I didn't. Because this one surely deserves it. Look at all that. Early Stadium of the Year candidate? Never know. System's going to be quite a bit different this year. I like the judge system. I think we're going to stick with that. Okay, Southside Park was created by someone who's not only new to Studio 44, but new to Stadium Creator in general. J23 Fitz says in the notes that he's a Yankee fan, but is rebuilding the White Sox this year. Wanted to move them to a new stadium on a riverfront. Never built a stadium in the show before, so we're going to see some wonky things. As he was teaching himself how to build the stadiums, he was excited to start playing. He's got some floating stuff, not 100% lined up, but the Parrot Bay party deck on the left is a salute to his favorite beverage on a Friday night. If we have any constructive criticism to share, please feel free. Thanks for considering me. Absolutely. J23. If you're a Yankee fan with the 23, does that mean you're a Donnie baseball fan? Oh, already I'm impressed. The water looks great. Yeah, very riverfront. And there's that Parrot Bay party deck he was talking about. Has the Harrison and Company building out there with the steamship docked. City looks great. Added some big buildings to the, what is this, medium city or smaller city? Got the Sandcrawler building back there. Very nice. Again, this plays into the, it's a little bit too much seating for my taste. It looks cool, but again, just all you're hitting home runs into seats. You know, like I feel like watching a home run derby at a park like this would get a little boring for right field. Does that make sense? Because over here, you're seeing if balls are going to make it into the fountain, if they're going to make it into the water, if they're going to make it on top of the Parrot Bay party deck. So left field is fantastic. I love that. Right field, well, it looks clean and very realistic. Just not my taste. Looks very clean around and behind. A smaller third deck makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't be surprised if stadiums started trending this way. Just give you a third deck like right behind home plate. Because it seems like a lot of stadiums are filling that out, but then it gets a little bit more empty along the wings. But this is cool having this plaza wrap all the way around. I've always liked that look. But again, I prefer this just pulled in so maybe you can hit balls into that second deck as part of a different target. So that's my only criticism for this. Constructive criticism. Not criticizing in a negative way at all because the stadium does look really good. You got the retired White Sox numbers up there. You got to have the pinwheels if you're making a White Sox stadium. The deck goes all the way back behind the first baseline seating. Looking great. Yeah. Nice little row of lights taking you out to a row of trees. Big parking lot. Parking garage. Dude, I'm digging it. I like the steps leading up to the stadium. Also a good look. Got the pirate ship lined right up to the stadium here. That's great. Yeah, I'd say left field alone and all this over here and the water and the buildings, I'd say that all earns you your first stamp here in Studio 44 on your first stadium. Nice job, sir. Again, I think I said this in someone else's stadium in the last video. Just save some love for right field. Save some creativity for both sides. And you got yourself a really, really, really awesome stadium. Looks great lit up. Hardly see any shadows anywhere. It's really hard to get this spot right here because of where they read out the lights on you. And yeah, you can still barely see that little shadow. So nicely done, J23 fits. Let's stay in Chicago. We have Bellevue Park in Chicago. Has an altitude of 5,000 feet. Built in 2025. Comes to us from another newcomer, D. Nipper. He, though, does not seem new to the tool. He said he just started building on... Says he just started building this one on last year's game. And this is the first stadium he's ever submitted to Studio 44. He said this is by far his favorite build. He has a few others in the vault. If we are interested in checking them out, I just may do that. But if I don't think to get into them soon, D. Nipper, please feel free to send them my way via that Google form. Check out right field. I can see why you dig this one so much. You got the curved fountain. Cool idea. Little rock sticking up. Plaza level seating hangs over the waterfall and over some plaza level seating turned into field level seating. I like this wall of seats out here, or this building of seats, I should say. Very, well, actually, it looks like he does have the Western Metal Supply Company sticking out through that building. Nice. It's always nice to get a different look. I like the multi-level, I like the multi-tiered decks out here with the wood floor, but brick facing. Excellent. Taking you outside to a big parking lot. Pretty standard around and behind. So let's swing over to left field where we have another fountain, Hall of Fame circle, Ferris wheel in the background, another amusement park ride, roller coaster. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Very creative ideas in here. Again, field level seating, but you got the waterfall, and maybe you're hitting it over the waterfall, or you're hitting into the batter's eye. Is this an anomaly? It has to be, right? Okay. Very nice. D. Nipper. Turning on the light switch. Very, very, very not bad. Definitely some ideas in here I like. This corner, this right field corner especially, is fantastic. With the team store built right in, and the cold drinks just for kids, and hot dogs out here. All right. You got the clubhouse built. Now, this is a great idea. I don't think I've seen anyone do this yet. Put the stairs right up. Nice. All right, sir. Faced out the outside of the building as well, with that old school brick building, and then the Braves building in front of that. Parking lot surrounds the building, or the stadium. Yeah, we can throw this one a stamp. Not bad, sir. Not bad at all. With another newcomer to Studio 44. After all, they do say third time's a charm, right? Sun Devils Park by Red Scorpion 6 is located in Las Vegas, Nevada, or the Earth, maybe, is what year stands for. Max altitude built in 2025. Says, again, this is another first time I've ever made a stadium. He used an in-game template and wants tips for what he can do in the future to start one from scratch. I'm not recognizing which template this is, but I definitely see a lot of fun stuff. In right field, I can see some areas where you might want a tip. Personally, I wouldn't want to leave the dinosaur seats in the middle of a seating section. I mean, I know these people behind it can't see, but it kind of takes away a little from the realism, right? I like the hit it here sign past the home run fence. Nice bridge in the background. Pretty cool. Again, I don't know what the point of seats behind the stadium are, or back here. You got buildings and waterfalls and grass. Buildings, concessions, restaurants. Pretty standard around behind, except for the stage, again, which is just kind of in the middle of the thing. So, Red Scorpion, what I would do maybe is just get yourself organized a little bit better. You got quirky home run dimensions. That's always fun. Deep and left, shallower and right. Just, a little bit more organization, a little bit more realism. Taking out some of these seats like back here that are very blocked, straighten things out. Try to make it look a little bit neater, but at the same time, feel free to still be crazy. I am always a big fan of congested, just a lot going on in these stadiums. Just a little bit more organization and a little bit more realism, and I think your stadiums could be fun because you clearly have an imagination, and I dig that. You might want to add some light towers also. I see a couple. I don't see... Oh, there's one right here. But again, maybe not in the middle of the fans. Behind or on the roof. Those are my suggestions. Yeah, not bad. Flip that light switch, and it looks pretty fun at night. Good placement of the scoreboard. Standing room only. Crowd looks good. Nice little entry gate over here in right field. Fun. All right, Sun Devils Park in Las Vegas from Red Scorpion 6. Thank you, sir. Hope to see more from you soon. Midwest Ballpark is up next. It's in Indianapolis, Indiana. Has an altitude of 729 feet. Built in 2007. Comes to us from someone who made their debut in the last video that we premiered here in Studio 44. Packers Dynasty 1. And I believe he showed up to the live premiere. Always great to have you guys join us. It's so much fun. That's where you're going to get some good feedback. That and Sewell's Discord. Don't go by just me. Again, I don't think a lot of people share my taste when it comes to stadiums. So the Murphs and the Sewells and the Archmages and the Fiservs and, you know, the Big Impacts and all those guys, they show up in the Discord. They show up in the live premieres, always giving constructive criticism and good feedback. So pay attention to those premieres and the live chats and live streams and the Discord. And Facebook. Hit us up on Facebook, too. I feel like that's starting to gain a little bit more momentum, and I think it could be a great place to share some pictures of your stadiums and stuff like that, just for the old fogies like me who aren't used to Discord yet and, you know, want to do the old school thing with Facebook. But I like this Bright Center Field Plaza out here where you have 1, 2, 3, like 4 or 5 decks. The Pagoda Plaza looking great. This is an interesting idea to kind of face off the seating section with the construction beams there. And then he's got the Japanese building, the Wayo building, with bleachers coming right off it. Fun. And he's got the clock towers surrounding the scoreboard here. That's cool, right above the batter's eye, looking good. What building is this? Oh, looks like he's got a couple. Oh, he's got it blended into the steakhouse. I was like, what is this thing? This guy's sticking out, but it's the steakhouse. I see that now. Big clock tower. Is this the clock tower I saw? Help me out. Big Impact or Gaming Kitchen. You're Baltimore guys, right? I was pretty sure I saw this. Or maybe it was the one that was like a little thinner and then it gets wider. I couldn't find that one when I was searching through the props. Maybe they took it out. But, ooh, I like this look. Okay, kind of using that overhang thing. Almost as pillars. And then he's got the aqueduct behind there. See, just kind of like decoration, guys, for those of you looking for tips. Just throw things together and see what looks good built together. That's one of the good things about the stadium creators, that they let you kind of blend props into each other so you can kind of create your own things. And that looks really cool. What does that say? The Bottle Works District. Okay. But yeah, he's got all these layers of seating, and this is a very Fresh 1X or Doug or Masterson 26 look right here with the boom, 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 boom right on top of each other. Yeah, I like it. It's a cool way to put a lot of seating in without just like putting it on top of each other and blah, 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 and making it go further and further away from the stadium. I just think these layers are great. And yeah, you're going to be hitting home runs into the blue seats in here and then on the bleachers and then maybe up in this top deck. Or it'd be like, oh, 1 or 2 people have made it all the way up here. How deep is it right here? 360. Yeesh. Okay, so maybe you're not going into too many things over here, and same with back up here, but it still looks cool, and that's important too. Very towery. Maybe this is the one I saw. But I saw actually in Baltimore, they showed a shot looking down Utah Street from like the home run deck, that big wall in right field. And I'm pretty sure I saw one of these clock towers that's actually in the game. So Big Impact and Gaming Kitchen, you'll have to let me know. See, and he's got the globes up here from the gas station that's hidden. That's another tip. Another great idea is to find pieces of props that you like that don't necessarily fit in the stadium. And if you can find clever ways to hide them, you get a cool little decoration into your stadium. Another tip right here. This is a building that will light up. So if you hide a lot of that building and then turn the lights on, boom. See, you don't even need tips from me. You take the tips from watching what other builders do. And I know I borrowed a lot of ideas from these guys. That looks really cool, all lit up like that. And like I said to Red Scorpion, this is kind of that organized chaos I'm talking about. So much going on, but a lot of cool different layers, and it's just jam-packed with stuff, and it still looks pretty good, so I'm going to throw a stamp at it. There's a Legends corner over here. Nicely done, Packers Dynasty. I apologize, I don't remember the first stadium I showed from you. I remember liking it. And I think I like this one even more. So keep building them, keep sending them my way. And I'll keep showing them for you. Another first-time contributor to Studio 44 is Guitar Cosmo. He says he's usually making college-type stadiums and enjoys making the area around the stadium as well as the stadium himself. He relocated the Cubs to his hometown of Aurora, Illinois. Isn't that the home of Wayne and Garth? This stadium makes me feel kind of funny, like when we used to climb the ropes in gym class. Hey, look at this out here. Studio 44, Schmitty Gaming Kitchen and Stadium Center. All right. He did mention that he made a nod to some of the YouTubers that he enjoys watching. He has the Big A out here because he says that Aurora is often known as the Big A. And now, what is it? Where is it? He said it right here. He says the canoes and the waterfall features are not permanent, but they are placed there only on Paddler's Day in June. This is fictional Aurora's version of Patriots Day and is celebrated with an early starting Cubs game in conjunction with the annual Mid-American Canoe and Kayak Race. He says, in parentheses, this is an actual event and the inspiration for the build. He even has a link. But the real-life finish line for this race is a short distance north of this location, but has been relocated in this world just off the stadium. So, yeah, you can hear the canoe race finish line. We have canoes! Here in Aurora, Illinois. Wow, look at this bridge. Fantastic. But yeah, he said this was his first Major League-style build. Definitely Major League feel with the 3 decks. Old school lighting. He said something about bringing the old school scoreboard over from Wrigley. Now, this is brave. I got to say, Guitar Cosmo, aren't like Chicago fans like in love with Wrigley? Like I know LA people are in love with Dodger Stadium too, even though it doesn't look like much on TV. But again, most stadiums do have a better feel when you're actually there. But yeah, the park and the trees and the sidewalks and this huge bridge and the canoes, so cool. FVPD. The canoe race and kayak, he said. I'd like to try a kayak by myself. My wife and I think, was it the second cruise? We did a kayak excursion where we shared it, and we didn't work too well together. we were like behind everybody and like getting stuck in corners of it was terrible. But this stadium is certainly not terrible. I'm digging it. Guitar Cosmo flipping the light switch. Like the waterfalls, you're going to be hitting splat shots. You're going to be hitting the ball off that scoreboard. You're going to be hitting balls into trees and left center field and bushes and off the light towers and then over waterfalls and into canoes and into seats. Good stuff here. Very nice indeed. Yeah. You guys have heard me say it before a million times. I had tickets to a game in Wrigley. Paid for and everything. But that was in August of 2020. Wah, 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 wah. Harrison and Company building representing again. The city's lit up. Fantastic. Very cool idea. I love how, you played into the whole fictional thing and, made a little storyline for everything. And I love it. There's your stamp, sir. It's always fun to give a first-timer into Studio 44 a stamp. I just noticed we're in the middle of another trio of brand new stadium creators to Studio 44 in this video. This is Vegas Stadium version 2. The creator of the stadium says this is his first stadium he's created, just upgraded to PS5 for the show 25. Did a bunch of work on the stadium. We worked it a couple times. Wanted to add a thank you to you and your videos. They have really helped me to begin to understand Stadium Creator, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Hoping to make it to one of your videos. Also, unfortunately, no canoes are present in the stadium. Hey, that's okay. Like I said, well, there is water, but that's okay. It's a fountain. It's a fountain. It's a fountain. It's a waterfall. Now, yeah, here's where I'm torn. I even asked for my wife's advice. So I'm not even going to say your name. I'm just going to put it up on the screen, let people read it. I don't know why I feel uncomfortable with it. Here we go. Vegas Stadium version 2 by this gentleman over here. Taking a look at right field. Wow. I'm already impressed. Nods to Jackie, and I'm guessing Ricky, in the fountain right here with the stack stone and a couple statues. The reversed retired numbers, outstanding. I like the 2-tier deck out here with the steakhouse in the background, filled up with standing room only fans. Loving it. Hit it here sign on top of the bleachers. Can you hit it there? Absolutely. I'm guessing that's a hard yes. With the 325 down the right field line, you got a pool in the corner, and that's fenced off. Nice little standing table right there for a few people to enjoy. Pretty standard around behind. Again, with the smaller third deck, although it does go around all the way to the left field foul pole. It looks like you have a custom bullpen. Huge section of cherry blossom trees. You got a Vegas Stadium sign with the flags flying. Excellent. More partying in the corner over here with a little stage. Excellent. Oh, you got some retired numbers, 927, 34, 34, and 43. Love to hear who those are for. I mean, it could be the A's, right? If it's going to Vegas, maybe this is another A's one. Maybe I had to put the thing up there. It didn't really say anything about that in the comments. I like this move right here with the tall wall over this little niche of seats that sprawls out. That's a cool look, too. Yeah, right field, very fun. A lot of cool stuff over here. That fountain with the stacked stone and the statues and all that, that looks really, really good. Got some carnival rides out here. I've said it before. Seems like it'd be a lot of fun to catch glimpses of the game like that. Could you imagine like seeing a home run when you're up there and you're like, you're screaming for the home run and for your life at the same time? Yeah. All right, sir. Very, very nice stadium indeed. Let's turn the lights on. I like the big, I'm just noticing this now too, the big curved scoreboard in right field there. MGM Grand Studio is labeled out there, or casino. You got the funky, is that supposed to be the Stratosphere? Maybe. I dig it, sir. Nice work. Yeah, keep these stadiums coming, fellas. Apocalypse Now, 1,000 feet from someone making their debut in Studio 44. J.J. Daggis returns, or DG versus the World. Stadium's located in Denver, Colorado. Has an altitude of 825 feet. Built in 2023. Looks like we have some... Holy crap. All right, now this is pretty cool. Okay, you guys know I'm not a monster guy, but that's fun. Still, that's cool. Like, there's like a flood, and this monster is just buried in there instead of going with the regular sea creature. But, I mean, it just looks like a lot of chaos. Helicopters and bugs and... I doubt I'd want to play any Ricky Davis League games here, but yeah. Rocks with the, what are these, asteroids or something? What do they call this thing? Asteroid belt, yep. Just never had a need for an asteroid belt in my stadiums, so I haven't used it. Although it's been there since day one, right? Asteroid belts, yes. Pillars and beams, no. He's got the aqueduct thing going all the way around. Jets were taking off trying to fight these monsters. There's another monster in the water. I did record one of his stadiums for... Oh, look at the bridge. Okay. I did record one of his stadiums for video 3 of the trilogy already, but I decided to slip this one in the middle of number 2. That's what she said. I'm 46 years old, ladies and gentlemen. But, yeah, I wanted to come back in and throw this one in the middle of the second video. Wow, he's got 85%. There's room for more monsters and spaceships and such. It's well lit for a stadium built in the middle of Doomsday, or hosting baseball games in the middle of Doomsday. It was probably built before Doomsday, but now Doomsday is here. It's fun. What can I say? I doubt he built this with the intentions of anybody using it for any expansion teams or anything. So it's just fun. And I get the idea, you know, I get it. The aliens and monsters and dinosaurs and all this other stuff can be fun. Okay, I get it, especially for kids. But at the same time, I think it just goes down on the list of priorities. I think there's many other tools that could come before that. Many other props, I guess, too. And many other needs that need to be met in this tool before we're worried about adding bugs and stuff like that. But, yeah. JJ Dagus returns, or DJ versus the World. Very fun stadium. He has another one a little bit more realistic in the next video, but keep in mind I might talk about that being its first, even though this one's now his first. So, not that anyone's going to pay attention to that. I'm rambling. Next stadium. That third stadium in a row from a newcomer to Studio 44 is Kimbo Field. It's in Guadalupe. I don't know where GCA is. Should I know where GCA is? Has an altitude of 100 feet. Will be ready for us to play in 2030. The creator of the stadium is stand-up comic Sam. He even puts his YouTube ID up at Only Sam's Comedy. I'm going to have to check that out. Says the stadium is paying an homage to a small town on the Central Coast. My dead cat Kimbo. Sorry to hear that, buddy. And baseball. All right, let's take a look. Definitely a small town feel. Kimbo Field on the A. I like the quirky deck. Very fun. Cool steps. All right. Now we're talking. So, see, he only got a couple windows together. Remember the days? No, how did he get them lower like that? Oh, it's because I'm doing doors, not windows. See, I can't... I mean, I get that this is kind of a complicated thing because there's so many weird, like, bends and turns in these walls and stuff, but, I mean, we could do it before. I mean, I've shown you. In the 22 version of the game, we could do it before. But it's cool. He's got the boardwalks to get into the stadium, little entry gates, bleachers down low with a couple luxury seating sections. Very fun. Kimbo Field, the Guadalupe Little Guys. It's a cool name for a team in a small town. Great small town feel. Got the corn out there or other crops. The glove in the middle of it all. Field level seating out there with the big scoreboard for the little guys. Oh, and he's got a waterfall with a canoe. We have a canoe. Even the new guys make canoes. Tier. Love it. You guys rock. Yeah, there's these weird patches again. I saw them in the water in the last one, right? Now they're here in just the middle of the grass. Where's that coming from? I don't see anything making a shadow. It's bizarre. Perfect building for an entry to the small stadium. Nicely done indeed. Couple lights. Now what? Oh, are these that truck? Yeah, he buried the truck part. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely one of the cooler, funner. Is funner a word? I don't think funner's a word. But a fun little town field. Boom. Stamp it up. Sam's Comedy on YouTube from Stand-Up Comic Sam. I'll have to check out your work, bro. As a former stand-up comic myself. Hardly in the big time. But I did open for Kevin Meaney once. I keep saying I'm going to put my bit up. I do have it on DVD. I'll have to see if I can get it up on here, loaded to YouTube. One of my bits was heavily inspired by Delirious by Eddie Murphy. His music's bit. Stand-Up Comic Sam. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Dr. Pepper Park in Nashville, Tennessee is up next. Altitude of 597 feet. Also ready for us in 2030. This one comes to us from Mr. Tiger Shark 600. Starting off in right field, we have regular, what is these, modern, maybe, contemporary field level seats, and then futuristic above. That looks pretty cool. Pretty key. Cleveland Guardian scoreboard above. Fun concourse on the deck above the batter's eye. Got yourself a little, wait, what do we got here? Using letters for home plate. Interesting. Not bad idea. For a little custom bullpen out there. Got the Field of Memories. Okay. Got a little Sandman Dan statue game going out here. Fun. It's lit up by the little guys. The little lights that don't do much lighting. It's all fenced in. Surrounded by scoreboards and concession stands. Fun. We're the same in left. Added some stuff to the skyline, including some construction tools. Radio tower. Excellent. Pretty standard. Around and behind. Tiger Shark. Bringing us more good stuff here in MLB The Show 25. Yeah, that concourse is really cool behind the batter's eye there. Multicolored home run fence. Pretty fun. Big parking lots outside. Ooh, nice big staircase, too. Excellent. All right, Tiger Shark. Let's turn them lights on real quick. See what we're looking at in the dark. Using the old school Fenway Park dirt. The Field of Memories in the background looking cool. All right, thanks, man. Dig it. Sticking with newcomers to the channel, this guy made his debut in the last video. This is Great Sludge. He has Kessler Coliseum for us. It's in Anywhere, USA. Has an altitude of 1 foot, built in 2024. Starting off in right field, as we usually do. I love that deck, that concourse, that sidewalk, whatever you want to call it, using the sign for pillars. Outstanding, sir. Big, huge steps. Someone else made steps in one of their builds that I just showed, and I plan on talking about them in the video, and I didn't. I'll have to look back through and make a comment in the live premiere. But you have a bullpen down here, sucked up right up next to this concourse. Very nice. Lined with the lights, and you got benches and plants and garbage cans and Very realistic. This is Slam Street. Okay. Up 44 in Stadium Center tier. Thank you. Awesome. You should switch this, though. Oh, no, he's not pitching. I think Sewell's a pitcher. I am an outfielder. That was my natural position. In high school, I was always forced to play infield and pitch just because not a lot of players on my team could do it. I grew up in a small town. We didn't have a lot of baseball players. All my athletes ran track and field or played basketball and soccer, but not baseball. So I always had to pitch. I was a bad pitcher. The only time I hit a walk-off home run in high school was because in the previous inning I gave up a 2-run home run to blow the lead. So yeah, I was not a good pitcher, and I'm pretty sure that's how I blew out my knee playing in my men's league. A couple of years ago was pitching, but my knee's been feeling better. I want to get in better shape this summer and over next winter and get back into it at least 1 or 2 more years, because they have a lower tiered league now. I don't know if it actually happened this year or not, but they keep wanting to make that lower tier league, and if I can get some of my buddies to play in it, I think it could be a lot of fun. Pretty standard around and behind, although it is massive in size. Well, it seems a lot bigger than its seat, and it looks like its seat's only 36K, but it just seems like a sea of people. I love the deck surrounding the batter's eye. The thumbnail gave me a Big Mac vibe. I don't think we've seen a Big Mac or Sluggish Moth build yet. Tell me that ain't a Big Mac stadium right there. And then seeing that, very Big Mac, Sluggish Moth-ish. I like the quirky dimensions with the jolt out over here, and then you got the restaurant seating and the... See, that's cool, having the stairs come off on both sides. Joey's Pierogies. I always think of Men in Black when I hear pierogies. The bug kills the 2 dudes after the guy from the Addams Family says, "The double to bloody pierogies." I put my hand on my head like this. That's Vincent I can never say his name. D'Onofrio? The dude from Daredevil? I haven't seen the new Daredevil show yet. The old one was so good on Netflix. I used to be so hooked on that show. I would watch it at lunch at work and then come right home and watch it. And now it's rebooted on Disney Plus. Is it a reboot or is it a continuation or what? I always thought that Daredevil died at the end of The Defenders. But I'll have to watch it again. Great sludge. I guess it's kind of funny that great sludges stadiums look like Sluggish Moth. I don't know. Similar gamer tags. Trying to get that perfect view. That's pretty good. Either way, we're going to throw a stamp on it. I mean, right field alone. Everything's lit up under there. The concourse curving around. Can you get up into those decks? 300? Yeah, you might be able to get into that. This deck and the top deck. Excellent. And then using the fan stairs to kind of close things off. Excellent move. Yeah, very good job facing off the stadium outside as well. It's a great building to do it with. And then using the brick, again, something that Sluggish Moth would do. Close off the top of the building that he uses to close off the stadium with some kind of concourse piece. Looks great. That's fantastic. Nice job. Great sludge. Beautiful. We're going to take a look at another newcomer stadium. This is Pacific Park from D. Fratty 15. Says this park was built for his Diamond Dynasty team, the Hawaii Hammerheads. It's nice. It's a nice fresh name from Hawaii volcanoes or islands. I use the islands myself, I must say. Islanders. It's supposed to be in its own small island next to Hawaii. that's been developed just for baseball. His goal was to make it feel like you can be on the beach and at the ball game at the same time. Hope you all think it's interesting. Well, let's take a look. Right field, I like the big I always like the big scoreboards up close. It makes them look so much bigger and cooler. So that's always a cool look. The Hit It Here sign above the luxury plaza is also fun. Hanging right off the roof. Solar panels definitely make sense in Hawaii. Absorb all that sun. Naval ship in the background. Lighthouse. Oh, this is awesome back here. It's like, it gives me a Perfect Day at Coco Cay vibe back here with the tiki huts and the umbrellas and water slides and paradise dining. Fantastic. Clubhouse seating and Aloha Joe's. Then you have another little section over this bigger home run fence. And then holes in the walls over here for people to take a gander at the game at the field level. Fun. And what do we have in the ocean? We have a canoe! We have canoes. Oh, canoes. I'm wearing my canoe oh no, I'm wearing I Love Canoe shirt. This is just a prototype. I never released this one to sell. Cool seating for the first base line. Digging it. Yeah, you definitely get that beach vibe in here. The sand throughout the whole stadium. You feel like everybody in the stadium would have their shoes off, right? Just walking around barefoot. Little luxury plaza in the corner, then another little scoreboard. Yeah, fun vibe out here. Definitely find it interesting. Hall of Fame circle, little pond. What is this thing? Oh, this is a little building, right? A little bungalow. Fantastic. I would have to imagine it can't be safe for canoes on the ocean, right? You want a canoe on like a bay or a lake or a pond, I would think, huh? But we got to have the canoes. Turning that light switch on. Stadium's well lit. Nice little minor league vibe to it. Great work. Let's throw a little stamp at it. Nice work, sir. E. Fratty, 15. New to Studio 44. Can't wait to see more from you. We have a blast from the past, fellas. Warren Industrial Park in Detroit, Michigan comes to us from our old buddy, Wally 74W. I can't remember. Was it the end of 23 and into early 24? But it's been a while. So good to have you back, Wally 74. The stadium has an altitude of 1,595 feet, and it was built in 2008. More of that. Oh, look at all this clutter. I love this. This is great. This little tower that's sticking out, fantastic. Then you got a little, this is very Larocco. Oh my goodness, Wally, this is one of your best stadiums. A little fan deck sticking out as opposed to just sitting on top of another deck. That looks great. Has it always had these TVs underneath it? I guess so, because it's got that little bar. Okay. And then the clubhouse and the Bowman. This is fantastic. Western Metal Supply building there, and the Harrison and Company building back there. A great wooden deck from the old pier. Hidden by the buildings. Great work. Yeah, I feel like that's a cool deck, but the big old lighthouse makes it tough. Where the hell is the lighthouse? Is it on the other side? There it is. Hidden by the other skyscraper. Okay, now we're talking. Faced off by the warehouse in Baltimore. There he is, Wally 74W. Homage to Jackie in the glove over here. Seats with the steps in between, luxury above that, standing room only above that. Nice big scoreboard. Outstanding. Wally, that's what I'm talking about, buddy. 2 different plaza level seating behind home plate. Got broadcast booth, official scores booth, all that. That you can get in and see the carpet. It's been a while since I've been in and checked the old carpet. You can almost smell like that brand new carpet smell. Outstanding. Little city behind it with construction added to it. This one may have been ruined by some of, was it Dagus? His monsters and such. I love it. Right field is fantastic. This whole area right there, amazing. Wally, I don't think you've even been here since I've been giving out stamps, so I think this is your first. Parts of the city are lit up. All good. Boom. Wally74, welcome back. Another Studio 44 first timer is Trey Make the third or 3. This is PPL Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Has an altitude of 256 feet. Built in 2025. Checking out right field. I love this deck with home run decks and pools and restaurant seating right hugged up against the foul pole. Excellent look. And then the home run deck. This is a cool feature right here, how it kind of blends right into the deck behind it. Excellent. Then you got some field level seating with the steakhouse behind it, the PPL party deck. People are in their bleachers. This is another one, guys. Another tip. When you have these Wrigley buildings and stuff like this where it's obvious they want fans there, blend in those bleachers or put standing room only people in there. That's a great move. Just to give it that more full look. Instead of that COVID-19 look that San Diego studios want you to have with all the empty picnic tables and such. People should be sitting there. Oh, you put people there. See? Good move. Looks much better. And that is something that helped. The standing room only crowd did help that. So, nicely done. Tray make 3. Giant scoreboard. Left field with the field level seating and the second deck that wraps all the way around. That's also a fun, cool look. Got the roof with the lights on. Nice. This looks really good too. This looks like it could be more of a minor league park, although it does seat 38,000. This is really cool too. The clubhouse on top of this building. What building is that? Oh, it's the Braves one. Okay. Excellent. That looks really cool back there. Giant parking lot behind and around. PPL Park, that main entrance. Yeah, I really like the pillars here, this entrance look. I just hate how it's all weird to the side like that. I think Larocco did that stadium. I've showed it before in the very first version of the game. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but he twisted it to the right spot and then I think blended it in a second building, the same one, to kind of make it look like it's like a curved building or a sharp turned building. And it looks really good. I like the use of the cola field here. Makes a lot of sense in this stadium. There it is, PPL Park in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Very nice indeed, sir. Thank you. Audi Field in Las Vegas is up next. This stadium has an altitude of 500 feet, built in 2025. Now, we've come across some very fun gamer tags while showcasing some stadiums here in Studio 44. This one may be my favorite. I Steal Your Girl 15. Sends it to the stadium. It's his first one ever shown here in Studio 44. He says he uses this field for his expansion franchise mode in Las Vegas. The team is the Las Vegas Wolves, and he uses them for his Diamond Squad. Says it's dome-like style, so I'm guessing retractable. Whenever I hear I Steal Your Girl, I think of White Men Can't Jump. There's the futuristic roof looking like it would close up. Fantastic. But White Men Can't Jump right at the beginning when he's talking about Woody Harrelson gets the ball from him. He says, I'm going to steal the ball and I'm going to steal your girl. I fucking love that. Why would they ever try to remake it? Didn't they try to remake the movie or a TV show on Hulu or something like that? I can't get myself to watch it because the OG is the fucking GOAT. It's so good. I love that movie. I used to love Wesley Snipes. Demolition Man, Simon Phoenix. He's kind of a forgotten villain that was really fun. But here, got the nice big scoreboard blended into the field Wolves. Oh, no, Audi Field and then Wolves. Yeah, okay. Now we're talking. There's the Audi Field again, the logo. Big scoreboard in center field. Lot going on in center field. I like the wedge being hidden with that little party area in there. And then the Paradise. Oh, no, this is the Brew Hoot. Oh, no, this is the Paradise one, right? I always get those two mixed up. Yep, Paradise. The Wolves are surrounded the batter's eye. Fun idea. Left field. More plazas. See, this gives me kind of like a Caesar's Palace vibe. You know, if you go deep into the... or was it the Venetian? I don't remember. I've only been to Vegas once. But if you go deep into those casinos, there's like a indoor mall that like makes you feel like you're in... Probably the Venetian because it made you feel like you're in Venice. But... yeah, where they try to make you feel like you're outside, but you're inside. So I get a feel for that in here, and that looks great. Hiding a lot of the steakhouse building. Boom. Again, if you're taking notes. Sometimes you don't need to just place a building there. Blend it in with other stuff. I like how the luxury seats kind of wrap around. Fantastic. See, again, this building is used a lot for its balconies, but he hid the blank part and just has the balcony sticking out. That looks good. I want to get myself to steal that idea. Borrow that idea in a future stadium. I like the greenery in here. It's always fun to watch the ball just kind of disappear in there, too. Faced off the out like Dan in a recent video, right? He used this building to face off the outside. Very well done. Dude, don't steal my girl. If I give you a stamp, will you not steal my girl? I'm all about it. I don't think there'd be anyone else crazy enough to marry me again. Or even go out with me again. All right. I Steal Your Girl, 15. Thank you for the stadium. I hope to see more from you very soon. Jackson Street Park in Anytown, USA is up next. The stadium has an altitude of 1,315 feet, built in 2025. Comes to us from L40TH. He said those numbers made a word, and I don't remember, so I apologize for that. Oh, Lothario. Okay, there we go. I'll have to try to remember that for next time. He says this park represents a major phase of development for me as he gets more familiar with the Stadium Creator tool. Wow, this is definitely one of the more detailed comments I ever got. I'll have to read through it later, man. I'm sorry. This is fantastic, though. Holy crap. It's like a book. Says he loved the feedback. If there's anything done which stands out, either visionary or as inefficient or bad design, he would appreciate the feedback. Hope to see this in a future video. Yeah, like I said, I'll always show them, and I'll never bash it. I try to be constructive in my criticism of any stadium. Oh, look at this Phil's patio. Is it me, Phil? Here. Got the wiffle ball field. I definitely love me some wiffle ball. This corner is outstanding. I love how it comes together, but the part sticks out. That's amazing. Interesting with the road up here, like a walking track maybe. Oh, look at all this. Holy crap. And there's canoes. Canoes on top of the crane here. I'm sorry. I wonder if there's mention of the canoes in the novel you wrote me. I'm just teasing. I'm grateful for the writing. I really am. Look at all this. This is fantastic. The pool and the restaurant seating and the little kiosk with the standing tables, and then the fence for people to peek through and watch the game through that, and then another deck coming off back. That's kind of cool how it jolts back. Then there's their own concession stand right there. The team store underneath. Outstanding. Oh, look at this. He actually built the slide. Okay, now we're talking. This is fantastic, dude. Lothario. Oh, and the slide takes you right into the lazy river. Okay. I love the layers right here. The fact that you built the lazy river up like that is a cool concept. And then you put the little 2 rows of seating in front of that and the signs. Awesome. Very Sewell back here. Jackson Street Park. Scoreboard connected right to all these buildings, and there's more bleachers and such. Beautiful. Wow, I'm surprised you can pull this off, because this looks like it's in front of the batter's eye, and normally they don't allow that. Interesting. Right? Doesn't that look like it goes straight back in front of the batter's eye? I wonder if there's a secret to that, or if it's just because of the quirky dimensions. And there's concessions on top of the scoreboard. I like the lights surrounding the scoreboard. You have Jackson Street Park in there. Outstanding, bro. I dig this one. See, the sound seems like such a waste to me. All the sounds of like the casino and the waterfall and all that stuff, because you only hear it when you're building. In the game, all you're going to hear is crowd noise, the announcers, and the PA announcer. So why waste memory in Stadium Creator Tool putting those sounds in the game when you're creating the stadium? I just don't get it. That comes before bullpens off the field. That comes before home run distances on the walls. That comes before domes and retractable roofs. But then again, so did canoes, which is the joke if you're new to the channel. That's what the canoe joke is all about. Oh, I like how you rounded that out. Another one of those wonderfully organized chaos stadiums that's going to get stamped. I love it. Looks great lit up. Let me see if you wrote something. Look at this, like 5 decks of seats. Holy crap. Hall of Fame circle back there. I like the tall wall right along. That's so cool. It's like it's built into a, like into the city. He's got words like copious use of stone. From Anytown's long-standing quarrying industry. Twin factory buildings along the streets flanking the first and third baselines are home to club offices, suites, and other stadium infrastructure, leading to 5 tiers of stands, but directly into the facade of the old structures. More modern factory offices behind home plate hold luxury seating and are topped with a party deck next to the broadcast booth. At ground level, more than 20 feet above the field, a club hall of fame was installed, paying tribute to the legends of the ball club relocating to Anytown. That's just one paragraph, guys. Let me get a count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and then the 14, which I read. Outstanding, dude. I promise I'm going to read this. Normally I delete the forms, but man, I should like post it so people can pause it and maybe read it. The depth you went into this is fantastic. Wait a second. Uh-oh. I just caught two words here. The outfield areas boast some unique features with a right field corner home to Phil's patio, a picnic seating notch named in honor of legendary stadium architect Phil Sherman. I don't know if I fall under legend, but thank you. Who inspired Lothario Engineering to design ballparks in the first place. The foul pole is exactly 300 feet from home plate. To mitigate the short porch, designers opted not to install field level seating and instead erect a 27-foot brick wall capped with an antique wrought iron fence in homage to Anytown's ironworks. Developers decommissioned the road behind the right field wall, creating a large brick pedestrian area chock full of features from concessions to classic seating areas to swimming pool and park in the park for families to enjoy, all covered by one of the two elevated seating decks built out from the old factory building in right field. These stands are topped with more concessions, a clubhouse, and scoreboard. Wow! That's just one of the 47 paragraphs. Outstanding. There it all is. I love it, dude. I stamped it already, right? This is amazing. I'm blown away by all the detail. I love the decks up on the building. So fun. This is one of the most fun stadiums I've ever shown on this channel because of all the comments and all this stuff. Oh, so good. And it's not just because you called me a legend. Trust me, I do not think I'm a stadium creator legend by any means. Maybe an all-star. Not just a veteran. Maybe an all-star. I'm like Paul O'Neill. Right? I made a few all-star teams. Maybe got a ring or two under my finger. Although Paul O'Neill has like, what, 6? No, 5, right? Because he didn't win the '09 one, but he got one with the Reds in 90. But anyway, yeah, like a Paul O'Neill all-star maybe, but definitely not legend. Not a Hall of Famer. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, dude, thank you so much for all this. This is amazing. I promise I'm going to go in and read all this. Delta Metro Park in Atlanta, Georgia is the stadium we are wrapping things up with. I deliver Jace Chiff to you guys, or Jace155. No comments on the Google form, so let's dive right into it. We could dive right into this little pool with a fantastic waterfall and the stack stone. Wow. Fantastic. Surrounding the batter's eye. The Phillies' batter's eye. Chop house in right field. You got to hit it here. Blended right into the brick. That always looks good. I like surrounded by the show. Barriers also. Excellent. Counter style seating in right field. Mixing the steps in. Those steps are such a great tool. Such a great prop. We need more stuff like that. I like the glove placed on the fountain, which is also on the alien. Excellent. See, again, tips. Throwing pieces of stuff together. Try to find cool ways to create props. And he put the brick on Buddy M's, right? Is this Buddy M's? There's too many. Oh, how about I do this? And pull that out. Yep, Buddy M's. But you add different things to the different props. Get creative instead of just seats and then concessions above the seats. Stuff like that. All of this. Jace Chiff. I mean, I've talked about how good he is all the time on this channel. Got the clubhouse seating above the bathrooms and the snack shack. Verizon gate. And again, a different take on bleachers. Created his own little entrances and exits like LaRocco did. And, I got to check and see if he has any 25 stadiums. LaRocco and Arch. All those guys making their great little professional-looking bleacher sections. Pretty standard around and behind with the 2 decks. 55,000. See? What was the one I was talking about where it looked like it had like a gajillion people and it was only 34? This looks like it only has 34, but it's 55,000. Convention center in the background, the little corner buildings in the background, Sandcrawler building. Jace, everything is so clean. It's all good. All good stuff from Jace Chiff 155. Blammo. And this video has been all good thanks to the amazing creation you guys sent into Studio 44 once again. That is video 2 of the trilogy wrapped up. If you have a stadium you want to send to Studio 44, follow the link to the Google form in the description of this video, the description of my channel, or on my Facebook page, Studio 44 with Phil Sherman. Also, take a look at Nonsense Matters. There are live videos now in the short section. We have a full episode recorded. We're just going to get that bad boy edited and posted up, and then eventually every episode will be live, so you guys can call in. We'll have trivia contests and all sorts of fun stuff once we kind of get our feet underneath us and used to the whole process and stuff like that. I think you guys will have fun with it. So subscribe to Nonsense Matters. Please subscribe to this channel as well. As I said, I'm about 120 people away from that 1,000 mark, so please help me get there. And if you like the video, hit that like button and hit the notification button so you know when new videos and streams come out right here in Studio 44. Be on the lookout for live streams here and on Twitch. I know I got to get that started. I got to create Ricky Davis League guys. I got to create teams. And I got to finish my World Series, which I have started. Now that the vault's fixed, maybe I can find those Sewell stadiums I was looking for to play against the Sharks. I've got a 2-0 lead on them in that World Series. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be on the lookout for video 3 of that trilogy coming very soon.